Xbox has had an insane 2025 already, with nearly a dozen major games released to critical acclaim, and all of it is ramping up toward their yearly reveal at the Xbox Showcase for 2025. Little is known about the upcoming event, but it's time for Xbox to release their biggest games ever. There is a long wait for Fallout 5 sometime in the mid-2030s, and Xbox plans to capitalize on the success of the Fallout TV show by bringing new Fallout games. With the success of the 20-year-old remaster or remake of Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, Xbox is reportedly working with Virtual Studio to remake 2008's classic Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is showing its age while still being available on Xbox and PC at 4K 60, but this title is not available on PlayStation consoles. Virtual Studio would rebuild Fallout 3 in Unreal Engine 5 to update visual aesthetics from the ground up, modern textures, and improve animations and especially gunplay, which Fallout 3 needs more than anything else. Xbox has been teasing this project since 2022, and it's likely we could see a reveal for Fallout 3's remake, with a release date set for sometime in 2026 or not long after. But they wouldn't stop there, as the true fan favorite Fallout New Vegas would need this same treatment, and Xbox would be better suited by giving gamers both games simultaneously or planning Fallout New Vegas Remake to come out a year after Fallout 3. Right now, we get a look into what Fallout New Vegas Remaster could look like with the Fallout 4 New Vegas mod, but this labor of love would far outshine even the classic that is Fallout 3. Fans need a newly reimagined Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 Remake, and that's coming soon. Halo has been absent from the Xbox Showcase for almost 5 years, and it's time for Master Chief to return, and the newly formed Halo Studios has been working on an Unreal Engine 5 full ground-up remake of Halo Master Chief Collection. Halo CE was recently remastered in 2011, but this is a time and a plan to overhaul the graphics, modernize them, and improve the combat features, and revitalize this classic first-person shooter campaign. This would capitalize a fully multi-platform event, bringing Halo for the first time to PlayStation console and PC at launch. Some of the initial reveals of the Unreal Engine 5 models have been underwhelming as Halo Studios begins this work, and the plan for Halo Combat Evolved Remake to come out sometime in 2026 or 2027. Perfect Dark got several minutes of gameplay revealed at last year's showcase and was recently delayed from a release window of 2025 into 2026. This is the perfect opportunity to show an extended gameplay reveal of mission structure, combat scenarios, creative dynamic gameplay that is afforded by Perfect Dark, which melds Dying Light and Mirror's Edge style parkour, Splinter Cell stealth and subterfuge, and hard-hitting first-person melee and gunplay. The Initiative Studio has been very quiet about their development of Perfect Dark, and the team behind this game is led by Daryl Gallagher, who also rebooted the Tomb Raider franchise, so that pedigree is there for Perfect Dark to become an instant classic. Hopefully, the Initiative Studio has been listening to fan feedback from the trailer with an implementation of some third-person camera work or some adjustments to Joanna herself. But so far, the original vision of the creator of Perfect Dark is being realized, and we'll get to see the game release sometime in holiday of 2026.
What this world was really hiding.
Ninja Gaiden 4, Xbox's first-party studio, is teaming up with Platinum Games to develop the next Ninja Gaiden game. After a 13-year hiatus, Ryu Hayabusa returns to a dark and gritty world alongside the Dark Dragon Yakumo to fight in a rain-soaked cyberpunk-like Tokyo with all-new Unreal Engine 5 modern visuals and lightning-fast, challenging gameplay. Ninja Gaiden 4 looks absolutely incredible and will be releasing sometime in the holiday of 2025. And we may see even more of this incredible game at the showcase, but it's set to come out this year.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here.
I will execute my mission.
A StarCraft first-person shooter from Blizzard Entertainment. They've been quietly working on a brand new AAA first-person action-adventure shooter in the StarCraft universe. Fans of the isometric real-time strategy RPG would be surprised and shocked to learn that StarCraft may be taking a perspective behind the weapons of the Coprulo sector of the galaxy. Blizzard melding their incredible cinematic cutscenes with fast-paced and impactful RPG combat mechanics in a modern game engine. You could imagine that a new StarCraft FPS game would surprise fans at the showcase. This StarCraft game is probably a couple of years away, but now would be a really great time to tease fans for what's to come. Gears of War from 2006 is getting a full remaster, now fully multi-platform, and the Coalition could show us some gameplay for this release for August 2025, and that would be the perfect segue to show us gameplay for the upcoming 2026 release of Gears E-Day. Gears E-Day is a precursor for the original Gears of War game, the origin story of Marcus and Dom, and is fully built in Unreal Engine 5. And they've partnered with People Can Fly, the team behind Bulletstorm. And it's been an entire year since the reveal, and now it's the time to see gameplay. We should have hands-on for Gears E-Day by the end of 2026. Undead Labs has been working on State of Decay 3 for almost 6 years, and this newly modernized open-world zombie survival game got its first reveal for gameplay last year, and looks incredible, more visceral and immersive, with over 30+ seconds of actual in-game combat.
And that's find the courage to keep going.
We get a look at a more mature State of Decay. Undead Labs is reportedly working on a more connected, almost MMO-like open world with a persistent world that you can freely join random players online or cooperative fashion online to meet your friends and build your own world together. Hopefully, Undead Labs has improved the emergent gameplay and base building, because what we've seen right now from State of Decay 3 looks incredible, and it's also set to come out by the end of 2026. Clockwork Revolution is a first-person single-player RPG from inXile Entertainment. This has the DNA of our favorite Fallout game set in a steampunk universe. The visuals are a step forward for inXile Entertainment, and this will be their first major AAA title with a changing world that is all based on time travel, reversing the clock, pausing, and combat and story-based mechanics. A short gameplay montage shows that the game will be released in due time, but we could see it as early as 2026.
Any last words?
Fans of the Final Fantasy series no longer have to wait for their games to come to Xbox, as Phil Spencer has worked to partner with Square Enix to bring Final Fantasy XVI and the 2019 Final Fantasy VII Remake to the Xbox console. It is reported that Final Fantasy XVI and 7 will get their reveal at the showcase, with a possible release date to come to Xbox at the end of 2025, with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out the following year and completing the trilogy on all platforms. Fable from Playground Games is a long-awaited reboot of the famed fantasy RPG. All of this in-gameplay footage shows promise, and Playground Games does not disappoint. Expect a larger-than-life story, more variety and immersion than ever before, and the ability to play as a male or female protagonist. The visuals and environment rendering appear to be another high watermark in graphics, and Playground Games' penchant for British humor shows that Fable is going to be a creative, action-packed, high-production quality RPG. New gameplay revealed during the year, also accompanied by a delay that probably puts Fable at the end of 2026. There is still some work to be done with animations, but Fable is probably one of Xbox's most anticipated, and it's just about a year away from release.
Bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they?
Outer Worlds 2 from Obsidian Entertainment is a promising action RPG that has seen some 20 minutes of gameplay revealed over this past year. They are promising a bigger and better sequel with 2 to 3 times more variety, combat choice, and RPG mechanics. The breakdown of incredibly diverse weaponry and a nod to inspirations from Fallout New Vegas make Outer Worlds 2 one of the sleeper hits for Xbox, and is set to come out sometime around September 2025. Toys for Bob has been working alongside Xbox and Activision for many years, and recently signed an agreement to partner with Xbox to revive one of their classic franchises. All leaks and rumors have pointed to Spyro the Dragon getting a full reboot on modern consoles and PC to round out the selection of family-friendly platformers that have been lacking on the Xbox ecosystem for over a decade. I'm not sure if the Spyro franchise would be as popular now as it was 20 years ago, but there's definitely a spot for Spyro to return for platforming fans. Forza Horizon 6 from Playground Games is long anticipated and years overdue. Set to be a every other year affair and move to almost a 5-year gap, the Forza Horizon cycle has long been rumored to be located in Tokyo, and this could finally come true. Playground Games has been long creating the best racing game in the world, and with its recent addition of Forza Horizon 5 to PlayStation, fans are wondering if Forza Horizon 6 would be set to be coming out the same year as the last game came out on PlayStation. This time, Forza Horizon 6 would be fully next-generation exclusive, leaving the last generation behind, and the Forza Horizon Playground team has been likely relegated to help ship Fable for the next year, but it's more likely that most of the team has been readying the next Forza Horizon for this year, if not moved to 2026. Hopefully, Forza Horizon takes us to Japan. Starfield is an incredibly diverse sci-fi action RPG which has been held back by some of its mechanics. And the upcoming Starborn DLC is supposed to change the game and hopefully give it its Cyberpunk 2.0 moment. Rumors are that the Starborn DLC will fully flesh out key gameplay mechanics that are missing from Starfield, things that Fallout or Elder Scrolls fans expect. One of the most glaring omissions is a full-bodied outpost and building customization mechanic. And if Bethesda follows the formula of adding world building to their expansions, Starfield could see a true update that will really make the experience your own. We'll find out when they reveal the DLC this summer for release, possibly around September of 2025. Zenimax Online has been working on a brand new sci-fi action-adventure RPG MMO to follow Elder Scrolls Online. Rumors and leaks pointed to a collaboration with Disney and The Mandalorian, but this has recently been corrected with a job announcement saying they are working on a brand new IP. We don't know what Zenimax is working on, but the promise of a sci-fi action-adventure game could point to something related to a Starfield-like experience with multiplayer and cooperative gameplay, or something in a cyberpunk dystopian world. This will be one of Xbox's biggest surprises. Arcane Leon has been hard at work creating a stylized slasher with Marvel's Blade, which is set for 2026. But Xbox may want to update fans with a reveal of how Blade will look and feel from the masterminds behind Dishonored and Deathloop, bringing this iconic Marvel vampire killer back to gaming. The half-tone graphic style with Arcane Leon's biting art direction and razor-sharp combat and creativity promises to make Blade one of Xbox's biggest new games, but maybe it will launch not in 2026, but closer to next generation.
Night's just getting started.
Everwild from Rare has been one of Xbox's longest standing games in development with zero gameplay revealed. Reportedly, Everwild was pushed back to the drawing board in 2022, and this God World type game would see players exploring an Earth-like fantasy landscape, learning the flora and fauna, and training beasts and animals and creatures to learn magic, build and craft in a survival simulation, and combined cooperative gameplay to train beasts to fight enemies and rule over this fantasy world. Insiders have recently keyed in on Everwild making its big return next month at the Xbox Showcase, and I would expect to see that long-awaited gameplay for Everwild. With the success of the Doom trilogy now in the hands of players, id should be working on their next IP, and it's only logical that they take on a full reboot of the Quake franchise. With the remasters of 1 and 2 released a couple of years ago, and id Tech 8 showing the impressive visuals afforded in Doom the Dark Ages, the Quake campaign and arena-style multiplayer would fill a massive hole in the first-person shooter genre. It's unknown if the Xbox Game Showcase of 2025 would be the place to tease a Quake reboot, but it definitely would get everyone's blood pumping. Elder Scrolls 6. Bethesda Softworks has been hard at work for Elder Scrolls 6, and according to recent information, much of the game is far into development with the first campaign mission fully fleshed out. And knowing how Bethesda Softwork engines evolve, fans can't wait to see a new, reimagined, fully next-generation Elder Scrolls title. It's still early days with the game, some 1 to 2 years from release, but it's possible that Bethesda has Elder Scrolls 6 ready to shine at the Xbox Showcase for a release sometime around 2027 or 2028. But Elder Scrolls 6 is Bethesda's last chance to really prove that they are the kings of the open world, immersive RPG. And if Elder Scrolls looks incredible and feels immersive, we have so much to look forward to if they reveal Elder Scrolls 6 at this showcase. Xbox typically shows 20 to 30 games at their showcase with partner reveals from other platforms, as well as their own in-house studios across Xbox, Bethesda, Activision, and Blizzard. And with a large chunk of Xbox's biggest and brightest games already ready to release in the next 12 months, Xbox has an opportunity to show their prowess as one of the biggest game publishers, and having expanded their audience across PlayStation as well as PC, cloud, and Xbox console. This upcoming Xbox Game Showcase should be an exciting one to watch, and the best part is we don't have to wait long to play most of these games. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I've been waiting all year for Xbox Showcase. I'm upset that they're not doing it in person. I'll be watching from home. Watch this channel. I'll be live streaming the showcase. I'm excited about everything they're showing, and really glad that Xbox had all these games they put out over the end of last year and all through this year so far, and they're not even done. If you ended up enjoying this video and learned something about what we could see, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new content. If you want to further support what we're doing here on the Colteastwood channel, you can do that by hitting the join button below. That'll get you early access for videos, monthly merch giveaways, so much fun. We're giving away game codes. We're giving away Xbox fan art coins. It's pretty awesome. Check that out. Also, check out the Patreon if you want to further support and get into the super class and learn how to do lighting, streaming, production, videos, graphics, everything. I do one-on-one training there every month with super class people, so check that out. Also, the XNC podcast runs every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about more leaks and rumors that are coming to the Xbox Showcase. We'll report on everything as it goes live, and there's so much more to talk about. Check that out as well. Let me know what you think about the showcase, what game you're most anticipating, what game you think is totally not going to be at the event. It might be Elder Scrolls 6, but they are so due to show this game, and I think it's coming out in about a year or two. So while you're in that comment section, as I always say, please be nice.